Hello, how's everybody doing? Do we even have anybody here yet? Meh, well, we'll figure it out. I was doing some warm-ups earlier, and if my sound wasn't on, you didn't hear. I'd come up with a pose already for later, for after I finished my warm-ups, and I also drew a monster. I'm trying to draw another monster. Hello. Still a bit sick from last time, so maybe a bit low energy compared to normal. Hope that's okay. Nah, I don't want to really refine any of the monsters. Let's just get to the actual picture for the night. Let's just jump right in. The plan is to get this all the way ready to start inking, or maybe even actually ink it tonight, and then next week color it. the draw stream tonight. Kind of a chill draw stream too, pretty low energy because I'm still a little sick. Oh, excuse me. 1 month is too early to give you all the Anka, to give you a sneeze. Thank you. I posted it to the... I was just goofing around with the presets in VRoid because I still don't really know how to deal with customizing stuff too much. And this is just a hairstyle that I found in there and I really liked it, so... Twintails are goddamn adorable. Yep. Brush. There we go. It is weird, but it's not the weirdest I've played with. Unless you're specifically talking about how to load in the meshes, because I feel like that's really weird. So I feel like that's almost an afterthought. Like, if all you're doing is just you know, putting together pieces from parts, it's no different than any other customizer I've played with that deals with anime art styles. But if the moment you're trying to customize anything, actually like bring in your own meshes, that's when it falls apart. And that's where I'm having my biggest problems learning it. I don't even know what they represent. Like, I know jack all about that. If it's not in the custom stuff, sorry, not the custom. If it's not in the presets, then I'm just lost when it comes to that. Honestly, I'm kind of just impressed that you're able to figure it out enough to even know that it's versatile. I was just lost. But I am a dumb little panda. I say little, being a fucking giant, but still. Actually, because I did the pose really so early in the during blocking, I might actually be able to completely do this tonight if I really push myself. I got super overwhelmed and just kind of ran away from it. Damn it. I've been so tired lately. Oh God. And I've been sleeping enough. I'm just. Ugh. Hmm. Let's see if this. Let's see if I can start inking this now. This has gone by really fast. What I get for going through the blocking process before I even start streaming, but yeah. Well, I'm glad you can be here. I'm sorry that work was garbage. So far, all you've missed was me sketching out the picture of myself and then showing off some of my warm-ups. I did the blocking before I started streaming, so I did the blocking for this pose during warm-ups. Pre-stream warm-ups. And then here's some other stuff that I did. Big ol' tentacle monster guy, and then big ol' worm monster guy. Actually, I think I do need to do another sketch layer before I start actually. Just to make sure. No. I'll go too crazy and then get up close and personal and start doing this properly. that on the wrong brush. My shortcuts are wrong. I broke some of my shortcuts. I gotta fix a shortcut. Oh, that one just... Okay, so that's what it was. Okay, never mind. I just forgot what I changed my shortcuts to. I don't know, I'm a pretty tall boy. Let's just go with the G then. We've been experimenting a lot with different brushes, because experimentation is the only way to truly improve. You can hammer out the same thing over and over and over again and get better at doing that one thing, but you'll never really become truly good unless you experiment and challenge yourself. Sorry about that, I didn't want to cough into the mic. Sorry that I'm not as talkative tonight as I try to be. I've probably said it enough times as it is, but I'm feeling a little under the weather and I just want to make sure everyone understands that. But I was also feeling restless enough that I would have just been hating it if I didn't stream. F8. Which is fine. I have enough time to fix it. Volume. Oh. Let's sheet the ears. They're going to be symmetrical anyways, so. That's why they were wrong. They were more long than wide. My ears are wide. Well, since I won't be streaming tomorrow, I will wish you a happy birthday for tomorrow. But I guess it'd be more appropriate to wish a non-disastrous birthday tomorrow. Sorry for this random tangent away from, you know, life being a heck, but I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy Dimensions 1 lately, and I have discovered a new waifu in the Final Fantasy franchise. A dragoon named Barbara. She's a ginger and wears bikini armor and is a dragoon. I may have to draw her. She's also a grown-ass woman instead of some random teenager as well, which is good for a JRPG. You play enough JRPGs, you just get used to random-ass teenagers being treated like grown-ass adults, and it's kind of, when it comes to anime too, but sometimes you just kind of want a grown-ass woman that isn't a stereotypical MILF. I mean, I love me some stereotypical MILFs, but still. Yeah. Small spoiler for the game, but you find out that like 10 years prior, her village was attacked by the evil empire, and she's like the last properly trained dragoon left. And you get given her dad's spear and you have to go give it to her. And I think the craziest thing is that we have a dragoon, a legendary dragoon, this girl Barbara's dad, who isn't named Kane or sometimes it's Gareth, sometimes it's Ricard, but it's, I mean, okay, so Final Fantasy lore here. In Final Fantasy 4, 2 on the Super Nintendo, you meet Kane Highwind. And that's the okay. In Final Fantasy II for the NES or Famicom, you meet Ricard Highwind, who is the first ever dragoon in the franchise. He's not proficient in spears. He can't jump. That happens in Final Fantasy III. In Final Fantasy IV, you get Kane Highwind. His father's name is Ricard. And from then on out now, the name Ricard and Kane have been inherently tied to the dragoon class in the franchise, as well as the name Highwind. I'm gonna take a drink. Everyone get a drink. I have me some cherry Beppis. And, well, she's Barbara Highwind, and her father this time is, amusingly, Abel. Cain Abel. Oof. Sid in 7... 7 is a shit show of a game. It's not inherently, it's not like it's a bad game or anything, but it is a shit show. It is a fucking shit show of a game. Like, even without the abysmal translation. Just, oh god, the translation of Final Fantasy VII is probably the worst translation in the franchise to English. But 7 was also kind of, you could argue 6 because they didn't name the classes in the game, but 7 was really when they started moving away from characters having classes. Though if you actually pay closely attention to their limit breaks, they do all have classes. It's just they're de-emphasized. Whereas 6, everyone had full class abilities and special class commands and all of that stuff. They just didn't have their classes listed in the original version of the game. Also, Sid was a drunk. Well, Sid in 7 was a drunk. Sid in 1 was a character that was retconned in. In 2 was just kind of an old dude who's kind of cool. In 3 was a weirdo. In 4 was a dwarf in all but name. Or all but official race, actually. In 5 was a weirdo. In 6 was actually a sympathetic member of the villain organization who you could let die. You shouldn't, though. Well, I mean, there's really no benefit to keeping him alive, mechanically speaking, but you still should keep him alive. Though I do understand the argument of how his death does help a certain other character's story arc, but then you're just fridging a dad. Oftentimes when people talk about fridging, they only really talk about it into the context of a male character's romantic partner being killed for pathos. And while it is very rare to do other ways, fridging parents is not super rare as to be ignorable. Depending on the genre, maybe even more often. Don't worry, this phase is not the final phase. This is just kind of a way to figure things out. Because the facial sketch that I gave was kind of messy as all frick. Start over and do that on its own layer with a different color to make it a little easier. I don't know if it's an actual like hard-coded point in the hero's journey's meta-narrative, but I'm pretty sure the loss of a mentor character is one of the big steps of the hero's journey. Ah, okay, yeah. It's one of the common manifestations of that step. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I've never played Trails in the Sky. Hmm. The ability to change where the center of rotation is on a transformation. That is a tool that I'd only recently discovered that I have, but is something that now that I know that exists, I cannot live without it anymore. And funnily enough, it was actually a thing that when I initially discovered it, it was actually annoying because it was constantly getting in my way because I'd accidentally click the center little crosshair. Mouth is causing me problems. That'll have to be good enough. Move on. Weird thing to remember out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I just remembered just a really old, not old, but like really old, but it's a movie. But I just kind of, out of nowhere, remembered a movie about a bouncer back in like, I don't remember the name of it. I remembered a movie about a bouncer starring an actor, Swayze something. Saw it on TV when I was a little kid. I was a wee itty bitty pandy. Probably. Sounds familiar. Yeah, the name Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that's him. Just out of nowhere, I remembered, in no real details, just like that there was this movie that I'd watched a couple times as a kid. It was like about a legendary bouncer who came in to clean up a specific bar, and it was just like, and then guano hit the fan and everything went to heck, and you had to beat up tons of dudes. Yes. There was tight jeans involved. Though the only actual, like, really detailed memory I have of that movie is a scene where I think it was the owner of the bar went into, like, the payphone area, and that tells you how old it is. Payphones still existed. He went to a payphone area and he changed one of the phone numbers that was written on it from being something vulgar to selling a Buick. I think just from the word Buick, you can guess what word you changed. I ain't gonna say it out loud because this is YouTube. I mean, I could say it, it's past the first 10 minutes, but still. Just out of nowhere, I remembered that movie. I was like, what What the hell, Delita? What the hell's your... Weird. I should see if it's on Netflix or something. Ah. If I understand it, that typically means that the original film masters are either vaulted away somewhere by a company that's not willing to bring them out, or were actually flat out lost. I'm gonna have an incredibly hot take when it comes to VTubing and the whole are ping tubers VTubers question. Because I say they are, which isn't the hot part of the take. That's not the hot part of the take at all. That's like the coldest take you can have in relation to this. But there's a logical extension that comes from that a lot of people don't want to admit. If ping tubers are VTubers, which I say that they are, that means YouTube political pundits who use cartoon avatars are also VTubers. You know, like the furry cat guy who talks about piss all the time, or the blue dragon who advocates for Nambla style situations. What it is that people don't want to be associated with those individuals for, you know, legitimate reasons. And I'd seen a lot of that debate on Twitter the last few days, and it's just like, I wanted to chime in. I really wanted to chime in, but I feel like I don't have the clout to, but I needed to let it out. Yep. Drawing. How you doing, babe? You caught me in the middle of being a little spicy about VTubes. Ah. Also, since it was a thing last night when you were streaming and I came in for a little bit, it's pronounced Delita. 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 the spicy opinion I had is actually I think I came in before and dipped. I don't remember about Other M. I hated that game so much. Not even for the gameplay. I think the gameplay wasn't that bad. It was mostly the character assassination on Samus that I disliked. But sorry, EA, I missed your voice acting for the opposite reason. I actually came in very early and then dipped out later because I was getting really frustrated with Twitch. They still haven't returned my email on trying to get them to use my phone. They say it's tied to another account, but I don't have any other accounts. I mean, I used to, but I deleted them all because I have no use for them. I'm not streaming on there. But that should have freed up the account. I guess I'll just have to wait for the for them to return my email and ask them about that. Saving. Also, look how cute I am. Oh, I am so mad at Lego. They have twin tails now. They actually have twin tail minifig heads, minifig hairs. I love Lego minifigs like so much. They're always like my favorite kind of toy. And so they have twin tails. Small. They have small ones, and then a few of the third parties have long ones. Hello. But I'm mad at Lego because they don't come in red. They come in brown and orange, but they don't come in red. Brown. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I just didn't want to have to. That makes sense? Like, if I could get it with, like, how to put this? I'm well off enough that I can pay for convenience. So if I can just, pay $1 more to get a minifig head in a different minifig hair that I want in a different color than what's common, I'd rather do that. But if I can't, I can't. Also, tangentially related, the miniatures war game called Brick Wars, which is a Lego-based war game, is unplayably bad, and there isn't a good replacement for it. So I may have to make one myself. Yes, I have. I'm actually learning it right now because I can't find anybody who plays Gamma Wolves, and I want to use my Gundams to fight. And Mobile Frame Zero seems like a bit easier to talk people into learning. Since, it's free. Whereas Gamma Wolves is both quite expensive and out of print. Oh, I thought Mobile Frame Zero was intended for high-grade Gundams. But the war game that I would want to make would be based more around using minifigures instead of builds. And I'd want to do something more equivalent, more akin to, say, for those of you familiar with Warhams, a Necromunda style thing. Where you're this up. Geared towards campaign play with skirmish scale combat, as opposed to if Brick Wars did what it was intending to do, you would still need like just fistfuls of minifigs to play properly. It's for people, even if the game mechanics functioned well, it would be a game intended for like the people who do army building and buy the army building kits, like, the packs of 4 stormtroopers and then like a little mini. Interesting. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. I like those little booties, but I don't think they fit properly for the beach aesthetic of the outfit. Try something else. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Lunky. You do need to get a better name. I do not like calling you that. Oh god, why did I have to remember those names? Okay, so I watch quite a few VTubers across the spectrum of indie and corporate. And there's this weird habit of female fans. Male fans do it too, and it's really bad when male fans do these sort of things, but it's really, really bad with female fans. Like there's this one VTuber with the organization Niji Sanji, and his name is Vox Akuma. He's really funny. He is what I've described as the world's classiest gremlin, because he does a lot of fucking just weird gremlin shit, but he also has a lot of like class to his voice and mannerisms. I mean, he is a posh Brit, but there are many, many female fans with names like, and please forgive my vulgarity here, but like Vox's Cumrag. And just thinking of recommending names for I was like trying to think of a recommendation, and I remembered all of those. I said, ugh. Yeah. Though actually the worst one was a male viewer, I'm not going to say fan because of the name, but a male viewer who took a name. So in Hololive EN Gen 2 Holo Council, one of the members, can't pronounce her last name, I think it's like Tsukinomo, but Sana, her dog died. And it was really sad, and she took some time off from it, and some jackass sent her a red super chat with the name Sana's dead dog. And I wanted to reach through my and just choke that guy. I got so mad when I saw that. But she just handled it with class by not even acknowledging it. But there are just a lot of bad ones out there in the similar vein to that. And it's just, every time I see it, it gets me so mad. Oh? It's fucking horrible. I don't want to draw toes, so I need to come up with shoes that will hide the toes. Stalkers are still kind of scary, though. I'm sorry, but no, I don't want to turn in. I'm sorry, but no. Crocs, no. No. Crocs are disgusting. They have one use and one use only. And that is for nurses. And other medical personnel. The only type of shoe I hate more than Crocs are Uggs. If you do that, then it's 24 hours of orgasm denial for you with no final release. Actually, honestly, no. You'll still be caged for another 24. So really, it'd be like 48 hours because I'm evil. Though, to be honest, I couldn't even stop you from commissioning that if you really wanted it. And I'd appreciate it anyways, because all fan art is beloved and appreciated, even... Well, okay, maybe not stuff done, just drawn for the express purpose of, you know, like... Screw it, just plain old high heels. I'm gonna use the wrong brush. My sketching brush. Yeah, it looks like I will be just, I won't be coloring, I will not be coloring this tonight, I'll be doing that next week. Inking's taking a little longer than I expected it to. I need to... Okay, that shoe needs a lot of work. Let's do this. Not perfect, but still much, much better. That's why I'm feeling so weird. Not only am I getting close to done, it feels like I'm running out of steam too, which, I mean, good timing and all, but yeah. Damn it, I gotta go back to the feet for a second. Sorry everyone, gotta pay more attention to the feet. Dancing. I'm just blocking out a background for next time. I'm not going to be doing much with it, just, you know, blocking out. Honestly, I think that's all I really need. Oh. Another issue that needs to be evened out. Wrong layer. And I think that's where I'm going to call it for this week. Come in next week and do the colors. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. See ya in day after tomorrow with more Chrono Trigger, and then after that will be more Crosscode on Saturday. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Sorry for being both low energy and annoyingly high energy when complaining about things. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-byes and Hot Sangria! Yay! Oh yeah, please remember to like and comment on your way out. It helps me a lot with, Susan's numerology crap, and I love y'all. Bye-bye.